What is up, YouTube, and welcome again to another episode of Behind the Wall presented by Perky Jerky. I am Junior Nation 5788, along as always with my esteemed co-counsel Kane Junior 88 and Thermite 917. See, I switched it around this time, making Kane feel more important. But that's not the point. We are here to discuss the Can-Am 500 at Phoenix. It was a wild, wild event, and arguably one of the better races of the year, finding Matt Kenseth getting his first win on the season, potentially his final in his career after it was announced that he was going to step away after the 2017 season due to Joe Gibbs being a cock salad. But we won't discuss that either. We're going to discuss the race. So Nick, why don't you give us the race recap of the Can-Am 500?
Okay, I'd be happy to. Pretty much all of stage one was good racing right off the bat. The 11 of Denny Hamlin and Chase Elliott and Kyle Larson, they all led pretty early and often. The 24 even kind of showed pretty early that he wasn't going to take any of that Martinsville crap from Denny Hamlin. Did a nice bump and run on him. And then when all was said and done in stage one, Kyle Larson won. But that didn't last too long because he blew an engine in stage two. That was his fourth straight DNF. Not a good way to end the season. And thanks to that, the stage pretty much ended up being boring and became, and I can't believe I'm going to say this, but it'll make Kane happy, it was a Toyota circle jerk. Denny Hamlin went on to win stage two as Jimmy Johnson blew a tire on the final lap, which ended his championship hopes. Then with about 80 to go in stage three, Dale Jr. had a flat tire but kept it out of the wall. But then a lap later, Trevor Bayne blew a tire and slammed the wall really hard. He said it hurt, and it sure looked like it. Then there was debris caution with 70 to go, which set up another 10-lap run. And at the end of that run, Chris Buescher lost his brakes and backed it hard into the wall. The safer barrier then kind of caught fire, where a piece of brake rotor landed. So that caused a short red flag as they put the fire out and made sure the wall was okay. Then we had another minor caution where the 72, I think it was Cole Witt, cut a tire. And then with 40 to go, this is where things start to get crazy. Chase Elliott was all over the back of Denny Hamlin, gave him a few more bumps, said, "I'm here, get out of my way, I'm just gonna go." And then he kind of moved Denny up the track, and Denny got a piece of the wall, and it also gave him a tire rub. Well, he cut a tire and slammed the turn three wall. He was done. Chase basically mission accomplished right there. Then on the restart, Chase Elliott was really fast. He had a great short run car, ran down Martin Truex Jr. and Matt Kenseth and grabbed the lead, and he was sailing. Then all of a sudden, his car faded. He got really tight on the longer runs, and Matt Kenseth got back around him, and as Tyler said, he took the win. He did lead most of the final stage, but he was also there when it counted. So just to run through the top 10 real quick, it was Matt Kenseth first, then Chase Elliott, another runner-up. That's 7 this year, right? Or altogether. Then it was Martin Truex Jr., solid run for him. He's not that great at Phoenix. Then Eric Jones, right behind him. Kevin Harvick, Jamie McMurray, Kyle Busch, and then 8th, 9th, and 10th were pretty interesting. It was Ricky Stenhouse Jr., Eric Almirola, and Dale Jr. So, man, it was crazy. What did you guys think? Let's give some race ratings, Tyler.
Well, I think it was a really, really solid race, and it was one of the better, like, just general racing races of the year. That might sound a little weird, and it is, but it's the truth, because I mean, there was a decent amount of passing. It wasn't like overly dominated again, and I like those races. Even if it has to be a Toyota winning, I like ones that aren't very dominated. Hell, Martin Truex didn't even lead a lap, didn't win a stage. That was something. I mean, you don't even usually hear that. I don't care how good he is at Phoenix or not. He just normally has been up front all year long. Kyle Busch wasn't even that great today either, and it just was a nice change of pace from what you've seen. I'm gonna give the race a 9. It was good. It was tense. Even stage one was really good. Okay, maybe it wasn't really good, but it was a hell of a lot better than so many stage ones from this entire year. A nice, complete package of a race. Probably would have gave it a 9.5 if Chase Elliott won. Not gonna lie, I'm gonna let my bias affect that just a wee bit. So, Kane, what is your race rating?
I have to agree. I am going to give this race weekend a 9 overall. Obviously, like you said, the Cup race, stage one, surprisingly, was exciting. I mean, there was obviously the drama from the playoff implications. Obviously, that carried all the way throughout the race, especially when it came to Denny Hamlin and Chase Elliott, and especially with Chase needing to win today in order to get himself to Homestead, which unfortunately he did not do. But overall, a great race today, and honestly, the whole weekend rocked. I mean, the truck race and the Xfinity race had that same playoff drama that we saw all weekend long in the Cup race, and it really made for edge of your seat experience, whether you were at the track or watching it on TV or on a laptop or whatever. This is why Phoenix is always a must-see race, especially the fall race, because you never know what may happen. Nick?
Yeah, I'll give it a 9 as well. It was, like Kane said, like the entire weekend was just filled with action and drama. I mean, it had the wrecks, it had the points implications in battles, and just the on-track racing itself was really good. I mean, especially in Cup, the groove really widened out, and they were all the way up against the wall, all the way below the yellow line. It was crazy. I mean, I didn't expect Phoenix to be that good in this weekend, so I'm very happy with it.
Well, the trucks raced in Phoenix this weekend, and you know damn well what that means. Where did Cody Coughlin finish? Oh, the magic meatball came home with the result of the century. Cody Coughlin finished third! It's time for a JEGSebration! Yeah!
Jegs!
JEGS! 1, 2, 3.
More Jegs!
So much JEGS, I can't handle it! Oh my god, Cody Coughlin finished third. After starting in 13th, he was near the top 10, surprisingly, for the first part of it. Fell out of the top 10, fell out of the top 15, got lapped, got his lap back, and then basically made his way through the entire carnage of that last 20 laps of the race. So let's see what he had to say. The way it was going tonight, you didn't know if those top two guys would take each other out, and we'd be in the catbird seat. After qualifying and the beginning of the race, I didn't think we'd end up in the top 5 at all. So I'm really proud of the adjustments that the guys made in our Toyota Tundra. Everybody on the RideTV/JEGS.com Toyota worked out great. And with our first top 5, we are now looking forward to the finale at Homestead. I'm very thankful for the opportunity to Duke and Ronda Thorson has given me to drive their trucks Thorson racing. Cody! That's what Cody Coughlin had to say. And we were just so damn proud of him. They're backing his ass into that third place finish, which was totally undeserving, but a career best nonetheless. And we were all a loss for words. I mean, just unbelievable. It just proves right there that Cody Coughlin has the talent. Oh no, he doesn't. But at least he can keep it from wrecking, and it's not like he had ARCA brakes or anything like that. So, good job, Cody. We are very proud of you. Let's end this season on a positive note with another top 15.
Yeah.
Jegs!
Jegs! I just love though how he said it was all on the adjustments that they made. Okay, you were going like a lap down. The only thing that saved you was all the cautions and wrecks.
Even with fresh tires at the end, he still couldn't do anything with it. I will say though, he did make a great maneuver. He put him like 3 wide to pass a few guys, Stuart Friesen being one of them, and whoever the hell else was back there in that little 10-car pile after all the wrecks. But that was like his one shining bright moment of that race. So I'm just saying.
That and having a front row seat for the big wreck where they went 5 wide through the dog leg.
Probably shit a meatball.
Yeah. Or a turkey sub.
He shit a whole turkey sub in his suit. Oh man. Moving on.
He finished third.
He finished fucking third. Third. All right, now it's time to hand out some awards for the Phoenix race weekend. And starting off with the classic boner of the week, I'm going to hand it out. And it goes to Ben Rhodes. Just their entire team, basically, once again. But this time, it's more on Ben Rhodes as well, because he kind of came right across Austin Cindric to put himself into the wall. But it's not just that. He wasn't even in that position. His crew chief, Eddie Triconis, which we'll hear from later, he made the call to pit Ben Rhodes from 4th, to give him 2 tires and lose basically all of his track position. For what purpose? They were in a great position, and yet they blew it. He put Ben in that position and essentially got him wrecked. I mean, are you kidding me? And now they are out of the Final 4, no shot, just because of that. And it happened so damn fast. Unbelievable. Boner, boner, boner. You're all boners. I'm not going to fire you, but you're just a boner. That was a bad, bad move, and you cost yourselves a shot at the championship.
You get a boner, and you get a boner. Everyone gets a boner.
Everybody's got a boner. Next award.
All right. The next award is Damn Lap Cars. And the first lap car in question is Norm Benning from the truck race. He was pretty much in the way as Jesse Little was coming up the hill, and they just collided, and it actually didn't bring out a caution, but there was a lot of damage to Norm Benning's truck. So that poor underfunded dude had to, I don't know if he went to the garage, but his day was pretty much done. Then in Xfinity, this was huge playoff implications. Cesar Baccarella, who are you? He's making his first NASCAR start. He's in the freaking 8 car, and Brennan Poole decides, I'm going to dive under you. You look like you're going up the hill, so I'm going to the bottom. But then at the same time, the 8 was given room to, I think it was Cole Custer or someone. He came back down, and they collided, and Poole went into the wall with a cut tire. His playoff hopes are done. He was in the top 4. So, man, I don't know where you guys are going, but you're in the way. Pick up the pace, guys. Next award.
All right, our next award is the Train Jacket Award! And it goes to the crazy 6-wide move in the truck race going through the dogleg, and that led to a big crash that took out Jesse Little, Ryan Truex, and Dalton Sargent, who was in the 99 truck on a hot seat offer more than likely. Oh, my God. That should not have happened, honestly. 5 wide... anywhere. I mean, the only place that it might be able to work is Talladega, and even there it's had mixed results. But Phoenix? Oh, man. I mean, you're lucky. We're lucky there were no playoff drivers involved, because that would have sucked if there were. But god damn, and you guys must be freaking crazy to go 6 wide at a short track. Oh my god, I don't know what to say about it. Next award.
And for the second time, we are giving out an award called Lars Son of a Bitch! And that goes to Kyle Larson, because he blew up in Stage 2 today, like we already mentioned. It's his 4th straight DNF of his career, of anything. I mean, this end of the season has sucked! He needs a new engine, he's got to stop wrecking cars, he just needs to get Homestead over with, hibernate the entire offseason, and then come back at Daytona and win everything. I don't know. I mean, it's gotta suck mentally. Nothing has gone right. He's out of the playoffs. He's got nothing. I feel so bad for him. Oh my god.
I blame Target for this, because ever since Target left the 42,
yeah,
they've sucked.
They've sucked. Come back, Target. Next award.
The next award is Eat Shit! And that goes to Denny Hamlin. Pretty simple. Eat shit, Denny. You got what was coming for you, bitch! Bitch! Next award.
The next award is the Cigar Award. And the first one is a group of them that goes to some of the drivers that finished in the top 10 in the truck race. The first one, well, forget about Johnny Sauter. He won again. Forget that. John Hunter Nemechek finished second. He was nowhere, and he got second because of all the wrecks. And Cody Coughlin, oh my God, he gets third. We know about that. Chase Briscoe had a crappy night. He finished 4th somehow. Same with Gralla. Stuart Friesen, he's been doing fine. I won't even give one to him. Todd Gillen, yeah. 10th. It must be getting spicy because Bailey Curry got a top 10. Who are you?
Who are you?
Who the hell is that?
Who are you? And speaking of that, I'll just go a little farther. Jason Hathaway got 11th. Robbie Lyons got 12th. And Jordan Anderson got 13th. That's what happens when everyone wrecks. It's kind of cool.
Yeah, and all these young kids who are getting hot seat offers from these truck teams, they're passing them. Well, except for Dalton Sargent, of course.
Yes. Next cigar, Kane.
Our next cigar goes to Daniel Hemrick. I don't think anybody thought he was going to be the last guy to make it into the Championship 4 for the Xfinity Series at Homestead. Everyone had either Cole Custer, Brennan Poole, or Matt Tifft written in as the final guy joining the Junior Motorsports trio in Homestead. But no, Brennan Poole got screwed by a lapper, Cesar Baccarella, whatever the fuck that guy's name is. And then Matt Tifft and Cole Custer, well, I mean, they Well, Matt Tiff really wasn't a factor all afternoon, and but really Cole Custer and Daniel Hemrick, it came down to those two, and on the final pit stop of the race, Hemrick, he took 2 tires, Custer took 4, which put Hemrick out ahead on track position, and somehow, some way, Hemrick was able to hold off Custer. Well, actually, he did get passed by him momentarily, but then right before the checkered flag, he passed him right back. And with that, he got the Homestead. And way to go to that 21 team and Smoky Mountain Herbal Snuff. That is a badass paint scheme you guys have. Congratulations, you guys. Cigar for you.
For that one,
go ahead.
I think the goal was just to finish right behind Custer, because that's how the points were working. And then Christopher Bell was coming, and if he got in between them, then Hemrick was out. So he made the good move to stay behind Custer when all that happened. So it got pretty crazy.
He was also able to keep up with Custer and not let him get too far ahead either.
Right, but he did not have to actually pass him, but he did anyway.
Exactly. Anyways, continuing on, our next cigar award goes to the Junior Motorsports Pit Crews. Now, this is an interesting one. Saturday morning, the day of the Xfinity race, a charter plane carrying the pit crews for the Junior Motorsports teams, which is actually the same pit crews that the Hendrick guys have in Cup, well, it took off from Charlotte, and then they had mechanical problems, and they had to make an emergency landing in Arkansas. And as a result, they were not able to get to Phoenix in time for the race. So Junior Motorsports had to improvise. They had to get some development guys from Hendrick Motorsports to pit their cars for the day, and they actually didn't do a horrible job. I mean, obviously the first stop was a little bit shaky. William Byron had trouble on the first stop. He fell out of the top 10. Justin Allgaier lost a couple spots, but overall they actually did a pretty solid job, and ended up leading to William Byron getting his 4th win of the season when he took a 2-tire strategy and made it work. So JRM Pit Crews, you all get cigars.
Alrighty, we have a couple more cigars to hand out, and the next one goes to Chase Elliott. Again, another fucking heartbreak. 2nd place finish for Chase Elliott. But let's be clear. This cigar goes to him for 2 reasons. First of all, his drive, which was very good. He didn't have the best car, but he just did a really great job. He was great at the start, dropped back a little bit, just kind of, I don't know, I guess bided his time for a while, and they got it a little bit better, and then by the end, he was just fucking money. Unfortunately, it faded so that the win didn't work out, but still a great drive. And he also gets the cigar for, not taking no shit. And you know what? He pulled that payback on Denny Hamlin perfectly. I mean, he's a better man than I would have been, because I would have fucking just stood on the gas and punted his ass and watched that FedEx Express bullshit back right into the wall. That's what I would have done. But Chase didn't do that. He played monkey see, monkey do with his ass every time he was around him all day long. Perfectly executed it. Basically made Denny self-destruct on his own, because to be honest, Denny Hamlin's the one who got into him, really. And he's the one that cut his tire. But, Chase wasn't taking any of that shit. He squeezed him, wasn't having it. And, again, eat shit, Denny. But I'm just proud of Chase Elliott. He's got a set of balls on him. And I appreciate that. And he's a dick slinger. And that's what he does. And even if he doesn't get a win in the 24 car, I am certain he will start winning a lot in the 9 car. He's a hell of a driver. And people that are saying otherwise and calling him a crybaby, you need to shut the fuck up and go fall down a well. And hopefully your life will turn around. I don't know why I said that, but I do mean that. Fuck you people. We have another cigar to hand out. Who is the last cigar?
The last cigar goes to Matt Kenseth. As you know, he won today, or whenever you listen to this podcast, maybe yesterday, maybe the day before that. Who cares? Kenseth won. And, man, he's been getting stronger the past few races, and he finally put it all together. He was probably really determined out there. Who knows when he's ever going to race again? This might be his second to last race in his career, and he wins it. He's going out on top. It's his 39th career win, one away from tying Mark Martin. I think it's his 2nd win at Phoenix. And, man, I said I wasn't going to get emotional. Oh, God. I mean, it really, if Kenseth is almost crying, or he was crying, I mean, how do you imagine everyone else feels? I mean, he doesn't usually, show his emotions, and today he just let it all go, and I'm happy for him. It was just such an awesome run, and hopefully he ends up in a ride, but if he doesn't, it's been one heck of a career. And now it's time, once again, we have not 1, but 2. What are they, Tyler?
They're crying towels. But this week, it's more like the crying blanket, because we had a lot of crybabies out there. And the first one is Eddie Triconis, the crew chief for Ben Rhodes, and just look what he had to say.
Well, we were better than them all night. We gave them the chance that, they were behind our bumper, and they took the cheap shot, If they want to go race to Homestead like that, they're not going to make it lap one. This is the way they want to race. We raced them clean, and we were better than them. We were better than them all year long. We deserve to be at Homestead. It sucks that, obviously they're going to go. I believe NASCAR should park them. They should penalize them because they're going to hurt someone one of these days with these races. He did it to Cas Grala in Montreal to try to get a win. He don't know how to race, and it's unfortunately that it comes to these situations. We were better than them, and we were better than them all year long. We're a better team. It's a cheap shot from them. They want to go like that. That's fine. Obviously they're not going to go out clean in Homestead.
Thank you, Eddie.
But that's not all. Ben Rhodes' spotter, too, jumps in and he has to chime in on social media on his Facebook page, letting everybody know how ridiculous it was and Austin Cindric's a little bitch. Well, now listen, Austin Cindric is a little bit of a bitch, but guess what? He didn't do it on purpose. You people, you need to find replays. Oh my God, are you kidding me? You're telling me that Ben Rhodes didn't come down on him? Yes, I know that Austin Cindric forced it in, made it 3 wide, blah, 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 blah. He might have not made it through the corner. Well, guess what? It didn't happen. They never made it to the corner, so stop talking about it. It's just nothing but a fucking hypothetical. You're wasting your time talking about it. What did happen is Ben Rhodes came down and he wrecked. I hate it as much as you do. But guess what? That's the facts of what happened. Eddie and Mr. fucking Spotter Man, who I don't even want to know your name. You're irrelevant. Sitting there spouting your bullshit like you're some fucking, 50-year-old bitch on her fucking period. go get a Midol and take a nap. Seriously, nobody cares. Shut up. He made a mistake, and end of story. You big bunch of right babies. Oh, but we are not done, Kane. Who else was a big old crybaby this weekend?
Oh, this week we got another crybaby, and it was Justin Haley for the second week in a row. Oh my God! Did you see what he tweeted Saturday after the truck race? Oh no! Caution! Noah Gregson spins and collects Justin Haley with him off of turn 4. Both trucks heavy damage, says MRN. Oh, somebody needs to find a different hobby. Oh, why does somebody need to find a different hobby? Justin, Noah's a great driver. He's gonna have a hell of a career if he stays on the track he's on. And then Johnny Saunders said that Christopher Bell was doing everything right and Gregson was the one out of control. And then you agreed with him. Oh no, Saunders not a smart man. Gregson is totally not out of control. He just got loose underneath Bell. There's nothing he can do about it. Oh my God. Oh my God. Justin Haley. And then, if that's not bad enough, your old teammate retweets you. Oh, look at Cas Grala had to say. He said, you feel better now that you've tweeted about it, JJ. Yeah, that's right. You used to be JJ Haley. Then you had to change your name because you didn't want it to be confused with JJ Haley. Oh my God. But do you feel better now, JJ? If you drove your truck as fast as you run your mouth, I'm sure you'd be racing for a championship next weekend, kid. Yeah, you tell him, Cass, you tell him. Because I can tell you this, if you keep running your mouth off like this, Justin, you're not going to have a ride next year. Oh, no, my God.
There, little Kane.
Yeah. But look at this too. After the Xfinity race yesterday, Justin Haley was back at it again. He's like, cool to see Henrik and Custer race cleanly for position for a Final Four spot. You can't find that too often anymore. When does this kid know to shut up? Oh my God.
I don't think he knows when to shut up. He's a little fucking bitch is what he is. I said last week he better, he just needs to take a breather and, hopefully we wouldn't see him again. I can't believe he's getting a crying towel this soon. I guess that high C fruit punch really did kick his ass.
Yep. You big crybaby.
Crybaby!
Actually, he's not that big.
Crybaby!
He's not that big.
You little crybaby! Give me a drink of water!
Yeah, don't be messing with Sauter and Gralla. They'll kick your ass.
By the way, it wasn't Kaz Gralla. Alright, now it's time to take a look at the best paint schemes from the Phoenix Race weekend, so enjoy the montage.
On the first part of the journey, I was looking at all the life. There were plants and birds and rocks and things. There was sand and hills and rain. The first thing I met was a fly with a buzz and the sky with no clouds. The heat was hot and the ground was dry, but the air was full of sound. I've been through the desert on a horse with no name. It felt good to be out of the rain. In the desert, you can't remember.
Okay, let's recap the fantasy from Phoenix and Nick. In a clutch victory by picking Matt Kenseth comes home with the fantasy win. He gets 56 points to Monty. He also needed a really good afternoon, and he had one decently with 43 points after picking Kevin Harvick, but he still loses the point lead. I come home third after picking Kyle Busch, who got me 41 points. Kyle had obviously a not so great of a day, finishing 7th. Might not seem bad on paper, but I figured he was going to get more stage points. And Kane, certified completely out of it now, gets 21 points after picking Brad Keselowski, who finished 16th. And let's take a brief look at the point standings, considering we are going into the final event at Homestead. Nick has taken over the points lead with 1,408, and 10 points behind is Damani, and they will battle it out next week. And that will be it, because I am mathematically eliminated in third, 71 back, and Kane is 135 back. So now what we're going to do for this week's fantasy, very simple. The Championship 4 are ineligible for stage points, so we're taking them out of play as far as picking them for the race win. Instead, we are going to pick someone outside of the championship as a race pick, and we are also going to pick one of the Championship 4. So we're taking 2 picks, and whoever picks the champion will get bonus points. Simple enough. So, Kane, you are first up. Give us your race pick and then your champion.
Well, first thing I gotta do is I gotta make a phone call. Hello? Hey, Junior, what's up, man? Well, who the hell is this? This is Kane Junior 88 from Behind the Wall, presented by Perky Jerky. How you doing? Oh, don't tell me you're that fat fuck that's taking over my car next year, that Dewey Rider son of a bitch. No, trust me, I'm not that guy. Don't worry. I'm another fat son of a bitch. All right, what the hell you want, man? I just wanted to tell you that I'm going to be picking you finally for fantasy this week. Seeing it's your last race and all, and it's my last chance to pick you. What the hell took you so long, you goddamn cheese whacker? I don't know. I just no matter who I picked, everybody I picked just screwed up or got screwed, you know, and it's because of that I'm out of the running for the championship. I figured I'd say fuck it and I'll pick you. So, oh, hold on, I got another call. Yeah, who's this? Hey, this is Dewey Rider. I'm taking over the 88 next year. Yeah, shut up, you son of a bitch. Anyways, Dale, I just wanted to say it's been a hell of a ride being your fan for the past 16 years, and I hope you kick ass next week. All right, man, we'll do. Goddamn. All right, so, yep, I'm picking Junior next week.
Well, I had a few Chardonnays. What of it?
Yep, for the first time and the only time this season, and for my championship pick, well, that's the exact opposite end of the popularity spectrum. I'm going with Kyle Busch.
But he fights like a girl.
Obviously, this is shaping up to be just like 2015 when Kyle won it all, and I mean, he's obviously a former winner at Homestead. He won there 2 years ago, so they'll probably retain that same information and think take home number 2. All right, is Damani next?
It's me, you jackass.
Oh, you are. Okay, Tyler, then you go.
Well, thank you, Kane. I'm going to go with Chase Elliott for the race win.
Koufax is a good egg. He was nice to that kid.
Pretty simple. He's just got to win. I would really hate if he goes 0 for 72 in a 24 car. Just leave a bad taste in my mouth and a lot of people's mouths. So I'm hoping he can pull it off. It seems like a place they could do it, but at the same time, mile and a halves have been really strong for Toyotas. But I really don't care. Again, I'm just choosing him for the win. I'm out of it. It doesn't mean anything. So we'll see what happens. And for my championship pick, I'm picking Martin Truex Jr., taking him off the table. So fuck you, Nick and Damani. You can't pick him.
Anytime. He drinks a lot of soda.
I think it's pretty simple. I really believe that he will walk away with the title. He would likely win the race and win the championship. So that's it. Timani, who is your pick?
I'm right here, miss. What are you going to do about it?
Thank you, Damani. Nick, who is your pick?
Well, there's not much else to choose from. I'm going to go with pretty much the next best guy out there, and that's Denny Hamlin. He's going to win.
Get off the stand, please.
You got it.
He got taken out at Phoenix, obviously. I don't want to pick him. I'd hate it if he actually did something, but I think it's a safe pick. It might get me some points and help block up this championship. I don't want to be a regular season champion anymore. I want to move on. So, I mean, Denny lost the championship there in 2010, I believe. He knows by now what it takes. He just had a couple bad races here where he screwed over Chase Elliott and got paid back. Then for the championship, again, no other options. Brad Keselowski.
Bring it on, woman.
But I think you don't want to forget about this guy because him and Paul Wolfe can come up with some really crazy strategy. And if they don't have the speed, which they really don't on mile and a half, they can still make something happen. So if all the other three wreck each other or strategy comes into play, I think he's the guy. So we'll see what happens.
Well, that wraps up yet again another episode of Behind the Wall, presented by Perky Jerky. We appreciate you for listening. So for Damani HD, he was not here again, but he's going for a fantasy title, and he'll probably snooker Thermite because he likes to do that. He did that all the time in the leagues. Thermite with 0 championships in league racing because he sucks.
Nightmares.
Yep. Deal with it, Thermite. I know you still cry yourself to sleep every single night with your Frosty the Snowman plush pillow. Anyhow, thank you. For Kane Jr. 88, he just told Dewey Ryder to fuck off, and him and I are going to be having some hugs, some laughs, some nostalgia, and most importantly, tears next weekend. And for Thermite 917, whatever, he was here too. So,
hey, Kenseth is retiring. I'm going to be in tears too.
Shut the hell up, you bandwagon. You still don't even know where he finished in his first race.
You finished 60 with something from Bill Elliott. And now he passed Chase Elliott to win his last race ever, you big crybaby.
Oh, no!
Oh, save it for next week, you pansies. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to call you pansies. God damn it, I'm emotional already. And I need to save it too, so... This has been Behind the Wall. You've been behind the wall. And thank you for listening.
I'm surprised Tyler and I didn't get a call from Dale saying that he wanted us to come down to Phoenix, because that would have been fun.
Good one.
Yeah, because that would happen.
Yeah, because that would have totally happened.
I was just kidding about that, but you never know.
I said Dale should have been down there changing fucking front tires. Like, get your ass down there, Dale. Start changing tires.
Yeah.
Bitch. I goddamn lug nuts right here. But
Oh, I will do that certainly. But first, I gotta make a.
You cut out.
Oh, what? You cut out. Do it again.
Whoops.
What the fuck?
Sorry. Okay, did I cut out? Seriously? Okay, so I gotta try that again.
First, I gotta make up.
First, okay. So start there?
Yeah.
Oh, damn it. Okay.
What is up, YouTube, and welcome to... See, I already fucked up. I'll get it. I don't know, I just tripped. It was like tripping over my 2 feet. But...
What is YouTube up?
What is YouTube up? Shut up.
I swear
What is it?
God
damn it, King!
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh! Oh!
Oh, yeah.
Oh! And...
That...
Oh!